Okay, so this is part 3 to the house with veranda, and right here what I'm doing is I'm making a faux tin roof for the roofing of the house. And what I just did, this is white cardstock, and I just measured every 1.5 inches and folded that at the 1.5 inches, and then I just folded a tiny piece over. And then what you'll see is I'll bend it the other way and fold it back. And then that will create my little tin slot hanging up there. What I do later is when I flip this over and put it on the roof, I do glue that thin line down. I glue that together just so that later it doesn't somehow pop open or anything, and just keeps that tin look. And of course, cardstock is a little harder to work with, so it might be helpful if you have a little ruler next to you to just help make those edges really nice and fine. You can see here where it really does have a tin look to it. Here is one side of the tin glued down, and then I'm showing you, I'm painting it on just to get rid of any bubbles that might pop up in the paper later. So it's all glued on with the tacky glue, and so far so good. There's no bubbles that popped up in the paper. It all came out looking nice and smooth. I did put some wood filler in this porch where the holes for the old banister were supposed to be, because I'm not going to use the banister. And I still need to put some flashing on, and obviously right there on that small triangle roof, we're going to need to put some tin on that as well. Right here I'm ripping the banister off. I put the roof on, I put these wooden dowels in there, and I just didn't like the look of it, and it was still wobbly. So what I did was I used the banisters that originally came with the house, and I just kind of was eyeballing to see what would fit, what would look good. And then I'm deciding to go with that corner there. So I just kind of hacksaw that off right there, that edge. And then I sandpapered it to be smooth, and I just glued those pieces on that side. And then hot glued the other half of the banister onto the other side of the wall. And I glued the roof on the top of that, and it really holds very nice actually. It wasn't wobbly, and it was perfect. It held the roof up just perfectly. You can see where I have the tin of the triangle above there hanging and drying. Now I have them both tin, and I did the flashing, and those are drying, and the porch roof is now on. I really like the look of this, how it all came out. There's the cobblestones. And we're going to paint that tin roof. So this is the before, and this is what the house originally looks like when you buy it off of eBay for $20, or like maybe $17. And this is kind of what I came up with. We had to extend the foundation. That's where you see that brickwork down there to be a little taller. This is the before on the side of the house, and you can see the after here. Again, I installed the brickwork down where I inserted the foundation. This is the inside of the house. And there's not too much difference there. I didn't put the U on the top of the house, the roof, because it's for my daughter's 6-inch American Girl dolls, and I just didn't want it to take up the space. So there it is, pretty much all finished. I'm just going to paint the roof. Now I can't decide if I want to do this primrose fairy garden. I was going to turn this primrose into a fairy house, or this castle. It's called the Fantasy Villa. I was thinking of possibly putting this $20 castle I got off of eBay together for my son and kind of making that more of a medieval castle for him. Or the primrose house turned into a fairy garden. Maybe you can vote below and let me know which one you would like to see next.